In today's video, I'm going to teach you how to clean up old uncleared transactions in QuickBooks Online. If you've ever looked through your bank register and noticed old transactions still sitting there uncleared, this process will help you review them properly and decide the safest way to clean them up. The goal here is not just to remove clutter, but to make sure your books stay accurate while avoiding changes that could affect prior reporting periods. To begin, go to the gear icon and open the chart of accounts. From there, find the bank account you want to review, then click View Register. This is where you'll be able to look directly at the transaction history for that account. Once you're in the register, use the filters so you only see transactions with a reconcile status of Not Reconciled. You'll also want to expand the date range far enough back to include those older transactions that may have been sitting there for months or even years. This helps you isolate exactly what still needs attention instead of scrolling through everything manually. After you've identified the old, uncleared items, the next step is to determine the right cleanup method. This is very important because not every old transaction should be handled the same way. If you discover that a transaction is a duplicate, or it was entered by mistake, or it never actually happened, then you can remove it. Click on the transaction, choose More, and then select Delete or Void depending on what's appropriate. In general, this method is best for clear errors. Before you do that, though, make sure you understand why the transaction is there and confirm that it really should not remain in your records. For historical checks or payments that are old and simply never cleared, do not delete them just to force the register to look clean. Removing historical transactions can create problems, especially if they relate to a closed tax year or prior financial reports. Instead, the safer approach is to offset the balance in the current period. You can do that by creating a journal entry or by entering a reversing deposit or check, depending on the situation. The purpose is to bring the outstanding balance to zero without changing the original historical record. As a general tip, take your time during this review and make sure you can explain why each transaction is being deleted, voided, or offset. That way your register stays cleaner, your reconciliations become easier, and your financial history remains intact where it needs to be. That's the process for cleaning up old, uncleared transactions in QuickBooks Online.